Hello everyone. Whoops, I forgot to turn on the whatchamacallit PNG tuber thingy. That's okay. I'm doing it right as we speak. There we go. Isn't that so silly? Ah, why is it? Oh, okay. I forgot that when I tab out of it, it'll do that. um, okay, that was silly. Anyhow, I felt called to really give this reading, because we're nearing Saturn retrograde. And if you know, you know what Saturn retrograde has to offer, especially my Saturn ruled people. I believe I am Jupiter ruled. So, however, I do have a Capricorn moon, which is ruled by Saturn. So, if you know, you know. Whenever Saturn says you do this, and whenever it says you don't do that, you don't do that. But that's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like, if you put in the work to like, heal yourself, do better as a person, um, see where it is that you went wrong or where it is that you faltered, Saturn's gonna reward you. However, Saturn is notorious for testing people and also, if you wronged people, you get exactly what you dished out. So, let's see. And this is not to fearmonger anybody. If anything, Saturn is more about accountability. I'm sorry, my deck is not helping. I just got the Three of Swords. Okay. Um, alright. So, this could mean two things. Either you were put through a period of a lot of hurt, a lot of betrayal, a lot of heartbreak, and you are now in the stage of healing where you are giving reparations in the form of healing. Because a lot of people are like, well, don't get me wrong, it is good to get that money. I say this as a Taurus, Venus, Capricorn, Moon. It is good to get that money, but there is a lot more to abundance than um just the physical money. Um, but for some of you guys, if anybody hurt you, if anybody, like, wronged you in some form, that's about to be, like, corrected. There's about to be even more reparations. But if you are the one doing the hurting, I've got bad news for you. You're about to be shut down, basically. um, so I would be careful. I keep hearing thread carefully, like Thread. Thread carefully, even though it's tread. And I also keep seeing like a bunch of red thread, a bunch of like red string. Maybe this has something to do with the red string theory. Maybe this has something to do with like maybe you have something red, like a little evil eye bracelet or something you've crocheted. For some of you guys, this could literally be like a period of resting after so much heartbreak. Like I hear Everything Stays by Adventure Time. Definitely, if you've been doing things sneakily, this Saturn retrograde is gonna be coming to collect. Like, I got the moon in reverse. That says a lot about illumination, things coming to light, things not being hidden anymore. It can sometimes also mean a lot of fear around maybe being found out, a lot of fear around maybe being. Also, I believe Moon is Cancer. So, I got Three of Swords, Four of Swords, and the Moon card. So maybe you're gonna have some confirmation or some form of evidence about something that you weren't quite sure of. Like maybe you've been kind of intuiting it, maybe you've been seeing it in your dreams, and now you're kind of seeing the reality of a situation, and it's left you in a place of kind of burnout, or where kind of you need to lay down and process everything. Or with the Three of Swords, maybe you left a situation that was hurting you, and you're resting and you're having time to rest, and you're like hearing, or seeing finally um everything that you weren't fully seeing clearly. Yeah. All right. I got the Queen of Wands in reverse. That could be Aries, Leo, Sag. The High Priestess. Oh, you be knowing. You be knowing. Also, the High Priestess is my indicator card, which, all right, let's see. All right, so give me 1 second, guys. Guys, don't throw it to the floor. Or well, actually, I like that they do that now. I used to not like it, but now I do, cause it helps a lot. Oh, bird. Bird again. Hi! You always do this when I'm doing my readings. Hello! Okay. Alright. More water sign. More earth sign. God! Who is this water sign that keeps popping up in my energy field? Please! Leave me alone, Freddie Mercury! So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? Oh my god, that might be significant. You could also be an earth sign. Taurus, Virgo, what's the other one? Capricorn? God, that's like my moon. Holy shit. Um, sorry. But yeah. Um, this could be in regards to a friend group, or maybe somebody like a past lover, maybe a scorned lover of yours that is not really having a good time right now. I'm having such a good time. I'm having a ball. It could be that like feel free to take the roles as it resonates. You could be the water sign having a great time with friends and community. Um or you could also not be having such a good time. Honestly, I'm getting like okay, I think I said it in my last live. I'm getting that this other person is going through an ego death, or you might be going through an ego death. And honestly, sometimes ego deaths are painful, but other times they don't have to necessarily be painful. It depends on, like I said about Saturn, like if you've done good, if you've been working hard on your goals and, not bothering anybody, like minding your own business. God, I wish somebody would have told me to mind my own. Well, to be fair, people did tell me to mind my own business. Did I mind it? No. And then, so we got here. But it is what it is, and those are the types of lessons that Saturn retrograde kind of brings to the table, you know? And honestly, I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I got humbled when I did, because if I hadn't gotten humbled the way that I was, I feel like I would have still been operating from a mindset of self-sacrifice. And maybe you also need to hear this, where it's like you don't have to sacrifice yourself. You don't have to sacrifice your needs, your stability, the things that make you happy, with the Two of Pentacles, maybe you recently lost a job because were giving too much of yourself to the wrong person or the wrong people. Maybe it could also be also a reminder. I channel, so everything I say, even though it can be silly, tiny, everything I say is channeled and it doesn't make sense to me sometimes, but it'll make sense for you. Um, yeah. But ooh, there's Saturn in this card too. This is really cool. On the Two of Pentacles for the lights here, there's Saturn. So if you were expecting to get paid in full for all the work that you've done, you will get paid in full, in fact. I'm very happy for whoever this message is because it's really nice whenever, like, um, we go through something, like, painful and then the universe goes, okay, here you go, because you did the work and you did the elevating and you know, chose to basically make up for damage that you've caused or you know, just in general. I've been okay. Can you give me more information? Ooh, what is that I'm hearing? That was a reference from something, but I don't know what that reference was. So I don't like I heard it. Hermes could be significant. He's coming through right now. Um, Hi Hermes. We love to see it. For some of you guys, only take whatever resonates. You could be a Santa Muerte devotee. You don't have to be, like, you know, if that's the practice that you're into. You could be into Santeria. Or she could be assisting you in this situation. Um, a date with death could be significant. Yeah. So, okay, with the Six of Wands in reverse, the Six of Wands in reverse is usually recognition. It's usually like, you know, public reward, success, being confident, you know, speaking your truth. Um, but for some, this could also, because it's in reverse, this could also mean, especially because, okay, I didn't see this. Thank you, Spirit, for pointing it out. I forgot about that, but I just got reminded of it. For me, the Two of Pentacles is my social media card. So maybe this seems like somebody's gonna get canceled on social media. Or, okay, this could be two things. Like, if you have been known to do that to people, you will unfortunately get flamed on social media. Or, if somebody tried to do that to you unjustly, you know, without lack of, like, with lack of evidence and proof, it's gonna Uno reverse onto them with the Two of Pentacles. Because the Two of Pentacles is also my return to sender. So, basically the universe is like, Uno reverse, how you like them apples? Okay. Alrighty. What else, spirits, please? Yeah, for Wands and the Fool. Yeah, because you're stepping... Okay, so you're stepping into a new beginning. You're creating your foundations. I think I mentioned it briefly a little bit. You're stepping into... Like, maybe you have new friendships. You're surrounding yourself with people that actually, you know, love and care about you, that actually make sure that your needs are met, that actually, like, you know, take your opinion into account, understand you as a person without kind of, um, without judging, is what I'm hearing. Um, And whoever comes at you trying to kind of destabilize this is gonna immediately, like, it's gonna backfire. Again, you could have prominent Capricorn placements. You could have prominent Scorpio placements. You could have some fire placement, or maybe the person doing this to you is a fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sag. Okay, what else? Alright, Temperance and Reverse. Again, Temperance is Sagittarius. Thank you, Spirit. And it's also Archangel Michael. So, I just said fire sign Aries, Leo, Sag, and then they said, boom. This could also mean bringing balance into a situation that was highly unbalanced and unfair on both ends. All right, let's see. All right. I love when tarot does that. Like I'll be like, this thing, and then they give me the card specifically in the message. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. See, you could also be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Like, you're sitting pretty. You're here it's almost like I'm seeing somebody be like, dude, what the fuck did I just? What was I in? Like a lot of illusions got kind of like the blindfold off, and so like you're sitting in this energy of like sitting comfortably. I'm hearing. Ugh. Sorry, I almost dropped some of my cards. I'm hearing. California Girls. And you got the Page of Cups, more water sign energy, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Eight of Cups. Yeah. So yeah, definitely new connections, new friendships, new relationship possibly, maybe. And if anything, I kind of see with how much emphasis they're making on the look up the Wheel of Fortune for the Lightseer deck. It's a lady kind of with like inky black energy and transmuting it into like light of some kind. Not to say that darkness is bad, it's not. We're not just love and light here. We also embrace our shadow self, and our shadow aspects, because one cannot be without the other. You could also resonate with working with both demons and angels, if that's something that you're interested in. You could also Witch hat atelier. Sigils. Lovely. You could be doing sigil magic right now, or you could be interested in learning sigil magic. You could also be working with some kind of deity that is earthy. Like she focuses a lot in nature. For some of you, it could be Persephone. For others of you, it could be Fortuna, because I'm hearing Fortuna, like the goddess Fortuna. For others of you, it could literally be some kind of woodland spirit. Like, not specifically a deity, but some kind of woodland spirit that you gave offerings to. And they're popping up like, hi, hi. And they're actually quite nice. I don't know who this is, but they're being really kind right now and gentle. And I appreciate that a lot, because kind of feel like this reading is going to be a bit heavy. It might be here for 50 minutes like last time too. Hi. Hi, good morning. That's the energy that I'm feeling right now. Very nice and very warm. Okay, what else, Spirit? Yeah, Seven of Swords. Yeah, there's some sort of deception going on that is about to be balanced out. Again, Loki could be significant. More emphasis on Hermes because of the thief epithet, you know? But there's some things that are gonna start coming out, start coming to light that were very unfair, very unbalanced. And with the world, usually just how the Two of Pentacles is my social media card. My world card is like the like it's gonna come out in the internet. Like it's gonna involve okay, how many people? Okay, evens for multiple people, odds for just a small click, like a small group of people. As I say that, the Justice card makes an yeah. Okay, like okay, Five of Pentacles. The Death card. Okay, so it's gonna be a small group of people. But it's gonna be enough to where it's gonna matter, is what I'm hearing. Um, Crows could be significant. If you work with Apollo, that is also significant. I'm not specifically getting his energy here, but it could have something to do with Apollo. Maybe you have a cat named Apollo. Maybe you have a bird named Apollo. Um, but there's definitely the presence of Loki here and Hermes. Thank you. Okay. I forget if Hermes had some kind of bird form or bird epithet, but if he does, let me know. Um, because he will typically also communicate with me through birds, and I will like know. I do know that Apollo has hawks, because there is a hawk that comes and visits me ever so often. Like he'll show up and I'll like kind of acknowledge that he's there, and then he'll be like, "Okay, my work here is done," and then he leaves. Um, that to me usually represents protection. Like you'll be protected no matter what happens. So if this is a situation where multiple people got involved, I'm being actually right now I'm hearing specifically don't do anything, walk away from the situation. Don't engage, walk away from the situation. Because right now, oh my god, I'm shaking. I am shaking. And this is not my energy. This is not my energy. This is somebody else's energy. Okay, well, we're moving past that. Spirit, what else would you want for me to know? Or what else would you want for me to say for the collective or for myself even? The devil. Yeah. I believe the devil is Capricorn. Again, you could be a Capricorn moon, you could be a Capricorn sun, you could be a Capricorn rising. The High Priestess. And the Fool. Okay. Okay, what about the High Priestess? Bitch, you be knowing. Oh! Okay. Alright. And the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, be very careful about temptations right now. Like I said, walk away from drama, walk away from like people doing anything, saying anything. Don't fall into the temptation. Um there it is again. I keep hearing honeypot, honeypot, honeypot. Where it's like, especially with the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, kind of like with the hands, he's holding the pentacle, but inverted. It looks like they are kind of like entrapping the pentacle. Again, you could be an Earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but you're being lured into a situation here. With the devil, this could be some sort of addiction or some sort of like addictive behavior or some sort of um thing that we think that we have no control over, but in reality, like we do have the tools that we need to get past this situation type of thing. Um Oh my god! I just got a notification that says you are eerily accurate with your details. People are talking. That's crazy. Okay. Well, thank you, Spirit, I guess. Yeah, Three of Swords. You could be going through a breakup right now. You could be going through a really harsh separation with somebody, but you're gonna get the bag, bro. Like, like you are getting reparations. Don't even worry about it. Like I know right now um it feels painful and everything hurts and it's confusing, especially if it has something to do with ego death or transformation. But at the end of the day, transformation has never not benefited anybody. I think the worst possible thing that you can possibly want for yourself is staying in the same place all the time because new things are scary, right? But staying in the same place forever is also very scary. Jesus, do you guys hear the birds outside my window? Oh my god, I heard. Get your fucking dog, bitch. It don't bite. Yes, it do. Archangel Michael again could be significant. Um, Not gonna lie, the vibes that I'm getting from this Temperance card is possible Archangel Michael, Artemis, sorry, and Apollo collab, possibly. So if you work with those deities and okay, Judgment. Mm. Ooh, bro. Oh my god. Okay. All right. So you could be doing some interview work in relation to bringing balance to something, bringing balance to your finances. Maybe this has something to do with, how I've been talking about the scales being balanced and both Apollo and Artemis are on it. Hello. Welcome to the stream. How can I help you today? But yeah, no, this Saturn retrograde is gonna be crazy. Um, there's gonna be a lot of people fucking around and finding out. That's gonna be like the main theme around the Saturn retrograde. I lost an object. I don't know if you can help me find it. Sure, of course. I can give it a try. I don't know how exact I can be, but I definitely could give it a try. All right, let's test this out. What? Okay. All right. What kind of object is it? Is it small? Is it like a piece of jewelry? Is it something that you wear? Alright, let me see if I can help. Well, it's definitely somewhere on your house for sure. Alright. Somewhere on your house under something. It's somewhere in your house under something. Hold on. What are you showing me? You must have dropped it. Check to see if maybe it's under the table for you, or under any tables. If it's not in your house, it could be somewhere, like you went to somebody's house and you dropped it there. Um, but it's definitely in a building. That's for sure. So hey, the hangman. Yeah, it's definitely in a building in your house. Um, try maybe like somewhere around the couch or somewhere where you sit on. Maybe like it fell in between the ridges or under a table. Spirit, can you show me exactly where it is that this person dropped the thing? They keep showing me like somebody dropping something off of a table. Yeah. Like off of a table or in between the couch. I don't know if you have the tendency to kind of sit on stuff by accident, cuz I do that sometimes. All right. Is it something you wear? Is it like a bracelet of some kind, or um like something you wear around your neck? Because I am definitely seeing something jewel-like. Oh, my birds. All right. While you do that, I am going to continue, and you let me know if you find it, or if you. Okay, that's great. So definitely clairvoyance working for sure. Um, so while you look for it, I will continue with reading. Um, but okay. So Hangman, Temperance, and the Five of Wands. So this again, the Five of Wands is not as bad as the Five of Swords, because the Five of Swords is like I have to win at all costs, and I will use any tactic to win. The Five of Wands is a common goal, you know. Um, and this common goal can be, how people help each other grow, and sometimes people will trigger ego deaths in one another. Um, to like ascend, or like learn new things, learn new wisdom, things that we are not yet aware of. And now Archangel Michael is on the case, you guys. If you work with Archangel Michael, or if you work with Apollo or Artemis, so it's definitely not inside a drawer. Well, So just to give you an idea, I got the Justice card. I also got the Four of Wands, and I got the Tower. So it's definitely telling me that it's somewhere. No, it's okay. I can answer now. You're not interrupting. Don't worry. The it's definitely inside a building by the imagery of the tower, and also I just kept seeing like the image like of a like a bracelet thingy falling off of like if not a table, then possibly even a bed, maybe like under your bed. Um, but just make sure to look for in places of like small crevices, so you can find it. Oh, thank you. Okay, sometimes my spirit team will move the cards on their own, and that just happened to me, and it spooked me a little bit. Thank you guys. Don't worry. Okay, Eight of Cups. But yeah, nope, friend, you definitely dropped it. Like you were walking and you had it in your hand, or you had it around your neck, and you dropped it. More emphasis on that. Make sure to cleanse it once you find it, because it could have been that it absorbed something negative that was sent your way, and it fell off from you. And you can absolutely rewear. Oh, give me 1 second. I don't know who's outside my door. Oh, what happened? Um, I don't think it's gone. I think it's like just lying somewhere under somewhere, like under either a crevice, in a crevice, under something, some furniture. That's what I'm feeling and seeing. But just make sure to cleanse it properly. But if you don't feel so sure as to wear it again, you can absolutely just get a new one and consecrate that one, and just like, because usually whenever my protection charms will break, right, it's because they've served their purpose, and usually they'll break beyond repair because, and actually I've had that happen quite recently, where I had to kind of replace one of my bed protections because I had people sending me stuff in dreams. Um, I have to move a lot of stuff to find it. Alrighty, I wish you the best of luck with that. I hope that this could have been. I hope that this could be helpful. Maybe under a pile of clothing? Oh, you want to undo it. Okay. Usually, if I if I do a protection spell or like baneful magic or like mirror magic, and I want to undo it, I will kind of reverse engineer the thing that I did. And sometimes, like, if you don't have the tools, the abilities, you can even ask your guides to help you get rid of it. Just make sure to, do some divination before it. Do some divination before it. Um, yeah. Do some divination before it. And vet with your spirit team if that's the right call or if you should do anything different. I know you didn't ask, but I am definitely being guided to tell you to do some kind of mirror magic where like you kind of reflect people's intentions towards you. Where it's not necessarily like it is a protection spell, it's not necessarily baneful because it's literally what people are just sending you. Okay. Alrighty. Then, um, you can ask your guides to help you out with that. You could also do like an energetic recall. Um, and this is also why it's very important to learn how to reverse engineer spells. How do you do like undoing? Undoings, like I said, usually reverse what it is that you did in the spell. Um, it was unsuccessful. Ooh, do you want me to look into it? Your energy is incredibly scattered. I see. Yeah, I would recommend for undoings, well, really for any kind of practice in magic, I would recommend being grounded when you do any sort of magic, whether it is reflective, whether it is baneful, whether it is um, protection. I would recommend that you do it from a place of groundedness. Okay, you would like that. Okay, let me check. What's the deal with the spell that needs to be undone, spirit? Okay. What's the energy? Ooh. Okay, let me see. Yeah, there's definitely emphasis on having to undo it, and like you also kind of stepped into this with like not as much knowledge or and this is not like to be offensive or anything. It like it anybody can be in that. I was in that situation at some point as well. Um, but there's definitely a need to kind of be more discerning about it. Um, definitely like do as much research next time as you can and like vet, especially if this is aimed at somebody else. Um, or if like even if it wasn't aimed at somebody else or it was just aimed at yourself. Um, be very careful and always make sure that you're grounded, always make sure that you're not making um risky decisions. I see. You followed a video. I see. Yeah, that's honestly that's how we all start. I started that way. Um, I started that way, and there's a lot of people that it was aimed at you. Okay, okay. There's a lot of people that makes sense with the page. Um, there's a lot of people online that will, give you steps and how to do stuff. Which is very informative. But at the same time, we do have to be discerning about the kinds of like where what it means and where it's coming from. Um, definitely do see a lot of like confident energy, more confidence, maybe even um wanting to look more. This could have something to do with glamour magic, actually. Okay, let's see. Okay, the High Priestess, the Knight of Cups. Okay, well, will it get undone if you just untie everything? You need, for example, okay, everyone is different, and you could be you could go about this in many different ways. Personally, I do think untying it is a good idea. Um, I definitely do. Ooh, the hangman again. I definitely do think that untying it is a good idea, but also you could verbally or in your head be like, I wish for this to reverse. I wish for things to go back to the way that they were. I wish for this thing that I did to um undo and recall your energy back from the object. Just imagine like your energy leaving the object itself. Visualize it and you should be good. Another thing that I would recommend is that you bury the bracelet. But if you don't have access to it, honestly, I would try and do those steps, but without it was for opportunity, but the way I did it felt like people are pulling on my energy from everywhere and dragging me down with them too. Ooh, that is that is very complicated. I'm sorry, friend. Um, did you do protections before doing that? Because it could also be because of the type of people that you're surrounding yourself with. Um, because okay, so I'm gonna be as vague as I can, but my partner, my boyfriend, did a glamour magic um thingy, and that's kind of the vibe that I've been getting, which is also kind of interesting why his signifiers have been popping up. Um, but usually if you're surrounded by people that don't have the best intentions at heart and you're wearing that, it can create some form of backlash for you. Um, Depends on the environment that you're in, especially if you're more susceptible to energy. So, like, in a way, it's not that like you're the problem. It's your environment, the energy that it's absorbing. I would personally, if you're planning on redoing it, I would personally reinforce protections. Um, Make sure that your protections are stable, steady. I would also venture to say maybe do a transmutation. Oh, well, you did say that. Well, I mean, novices can also, give it a shot. You just have to be careful, you know, because that's how we learn. That's how we gain experience. If we're constantly thinking, oh well, if I do this spell, it's gonna go wrong, you know, it's kind of trial and error in a way. Alrighty. Well, yeah, yeah, friend, you do have to reverse it. Um, I don't know if maybe you feel like I don't know if a fire sign is significant. Maybe you have a fire sign around you that or maybe you're a fire sign. And you have people around you that aren't really sure. I can tell you about mirror magic, or well, I can tell you as much as I know about mirror magic. But feel free to do your own research independently. In fact, I recommend that you do your own research independently because the Queen of Wands in reverse. Oh, you're a fire sign. Nice. Lovely. I actually, interestingly enough, I was talking about a fire sign earlier in the reading, so it's interesting. So you could be the fire sign experiencing what's going on in my reading, or you could be um you could be the fire sign seeing stuff happening. Oh, what was that? Why did that just fall? Hello? Okay. Alright, guys. They're being very loud. Alright. So basically mirror magic, what I like to do is I like to write my own spells and basically say them in like in the form of prayer, where I'll basically be like, I'm gonna make an example out on a whim, and because I have a specific set of spell kinds that I do, and I do them rather like to myself, and I don't want to say them here because unfortunately I am dealing with people that kind of want to reverse engineer that, and I don't want that to be the case. So you could literally get yourself a tiny little mirror, like a hand mirror, or you could use your the mirror that's in your room, cleanse it. No, banish first. Banish any energy, any negative, anything. Um, Cleanse the mirror. Lock your mirror. And state that any and all negative energy that is sent your way gets hit back by the mirror. And that way, you will be safe. And if people start saying like, "Oh, you're doing magic, you're throwing magic at me," they're telling on themselves because you're not doing anything. You're only reflecting the energy that they're throwing at you. And I think that is one of the most effective ways of protection because, and actually, that's the most common one that I do. I rarely ever hex people. And if I ever hex people, it's because they earned that. Or if I ever curse people, it's like really, really no return type of people, like, that end in file. So, if you know, you know. But I prefer using reflection words because you're literally just not hurting anybody. You are just protecting yourself. And if they have a problem with that, that's their own energy. Alright. Yeah. Yeah, Five of Swords. Be very careful. Um Again, water sign. Something about a water sign. Dude, that's crazy. Does Scorpio resonate with you? Scorpio or Pisces? Because I keep. Yeah. Maybe it's somebody from your past or somebody that you set distance with. That is kind of sending some stuff your way. Or somebody that you set boundaries with. Yeah. Um, yeah, I would. Hold on, let me check. I can check for you. Let me vet for you real quick. Dude, been I've been getting like a Scorpio that like. Okay, hold on. The Hermit. So it could also be an Earth sign. Um. Hold on. Whether or not they're doing spell work, I can't say yes or no for sure until I vet it. I prefer vetting to be 100% sure because it would be irresponsible of me if I just tell you, no, yeah, they're doing stuff, you know? So, okay. Alright, so you got the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Swords, and the Hermit. So definitely somebody that you're at a distance with, like you want nothing to do with. Ace of Cups. Yeah, that's crazy. That's great, dude. I keep getting this King of Cups. I got it in my last reading. I got it in my last reading, and I'm getting it right now. That is crazy. I don't know if maybe this was like a potential romantic interest or a love interest of some kind, but this person, um, I would be careful. Whether or not, let me check if they are sending magic your way. Let me bet. Spirit, even numbers for yes, odd numbers for no, please, Spirit. Is this person being sent magic by this person? Holy confirmation! You just got the Sun card and the Two of Cups. And the Ten of Swords in reverse. That is... Okay, so theoretically, the Sun card is not an even number. But it is a yes. Like, it is, yep. They... Yeah. But if it helps, it's all about to get rectified. It's all about to get kind of put in its place. I'm hearing like everything will be aligned as it is meant to. And if this person is messing with you, they will not be able to do so. Like it's gonna get stopped. Yeah. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah. Saturn retrograde is about. You don't even have to do anything. You're fine. Like if like absolutely, if you want to do the reflection spell, you can. Um, just keep in mind that Saturn retrograde is about to also hit. So if they've been sending you stuff, if they've been sending you blockages, if they've been sending you stuff to kind of keep you stalling, if they've been sending you stuff to kind of make. Ooh, hold on. Let me bet for that real quick. Let me bet for that. Even numbers for yes, odd numbers for no. The Sun card, the King. Yeah. So we're talking about my ex, the Earth sign. Could be a water sign, could also be an Earth sign, could have prominent water placements as well. Doesn't have to. But also, I just kind of felt them energetically enter my space, and then one of my guides went, nope! Like, their energy just went, nope! Like, out the window. Lovely. We love to see it! Okay. Thank you, Michael. Yeah, 8 of Wands. Yeah, whatever it is. Okay, Queen of Cups. So you got the Queen of Cups, and you got the King of Cups. Yeah. So like a couple. So yeah. I wouldn't worry. I wouldn't, because again, my readings are not meant to give any sort of paranoia. My readings are not meant to make you scared of anything. Remember, like, well, I don't know how new you are to my channel, but I always say, like, spell work can only do so much. People's wills are much more effective, you know? And when you're sitting on this energy of fear, of thinking like, oh my god, their spell work is gonna affect me, that's actually how it gets you easier. So you have to you have to be thinking like, from a grounded place. You have to be like, no, yes, you're throwing stuff my way, but you know what? I'm transmuting that shit. Um, I'm getting a no, but I'll still check. But I'm getting a strong no. Like, no. No. No, don't worry. Yeah, no harm intended. I don't think that you need to be worried about whether or not whatever he's doing is hitting you. I think you should just focus on doing the spell that you wanted to do, and also um I mean on doing the spell that you wanted to undo, and also moving forward with with your life. Did he breadcrumb you by any chance? Like, did he breadcrumb you? Like, was he like very like a silver tongue liar? Um, Let me know because it is a little bit delayed. Yeah, yeah. That's the energy that was coming through the cards, and just like intuitively also picked up on it. Yeah, well, you know, everything will be in the place that it's meant to be. Actually, I'm hearing it all comes back to you by Lord Uron. So like if you lost something, if you lost like for example like seeing how you asked where your charm was, you'll definitely find it, but also um if you if you like if you lost friends because of this person, if you lost people around you because of this person, because of what this person was like doing to you emotionally and mentally, it's like doing it's like a 180 where the universe is going to be like, okay, you go here and you go here. um of course, like there's always like free will and everything, but and it also depends on how things ended between the two of you, but I do definitely see the energy of stuff returning to you, and you're kind of being given opportunities. So in a way, your spell did work actually. Um, it was just like the surrounding energies that were affecting it, kind of. But um, yeah, I hope that helps. I would love to read for you more, but I also really have to go because I'm hungry. I have barely eaten today, and I will give myself a meal as a treat. So I hope that everybody enjoyed the stream, and feel free to take, whatever resonates, even if the reading itself wasn't for you specifically. If it resonates for you, it resonates. But always be discerning, because remember that generals are generals, and my readings are meant to bring people clarity, not confusion. So if my reading is bringing you more confusion than clarity, then it is not for you. I would love to talk to you more about that some other time. Of course. Stay tuned. I should be live. I'm gonna try and be more consistent with my schedules for my streams. So that I have the chance to be able to, help as many people as I can. But if not, just there's always different times. Just too well and unspecific. Yeah. One last thing I will say before I head out. Try doing tag locks. For the spells, like even if they're aimed at you, like maybe put a piece of your hair as a tag lock so that it'll only affect you and not the people around you. Maybe try putting a piece of paper with your birth date on it, so that it'll help you. And let me know how that goes for you. I do hope that whatever you did, um, can be refined. And I also hope that you have a great day. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you to everybody for watching whenever it is that you do. Alrighty. Bye bye.